Good morning to all. I am Vasantarani, Department of Biomedical Engineering from SAIL Institute of Technology. So today we are going to talk about pathology and microbiology. The subject name is for the given code 21 UBM 405 Pathology and Microbiology. So this is the subject name. So in that subject, in the third unit, we are going to talk about staining procedure. Under unit 3, we have a topic called staining procedure. So we are going to discuss about what is staining and how this procedure is followed. So staining procedures should be followed for the bacteria, to identify the bacteria. So first, what is called staining? Staining means what? Staining is dyeing or we can say coloring. So we are enhancing the bacteria by adding up coloring or staining in order to get an enhanced view of the bacteria. So dyeing or coloring, we can say coloring. So what we are going to color? We are going to dyeing or coloring the bacteria. So we can color the bacteria by using various dyes. So some of the dyes names are Gram. The staining procedure is Gram staining. Here we are using staining. The dye is called crystal violet. So for particular staining has particular stains. That is, each staining has various dyes. So like crystal violet, we have methylene blue is a kind of stain. Methylene blue. So these are all called dyes. Staining method is, one of the method is Gram staining. So likewise we have various staining methods. So we will see one by one. So staining means we know that this coloring are enough to enhance the bacteria. So that is going to be viewed under microscope. So before viewing under microscope, we should stain the bacteria. So it helps the, what are the things can be done with the help of this is, so it is, the staining is used for what? So staining is used to identify the bacteria. So which is used to identify the bacteria. So what kind of bacteria it is? So first thing we can, which is used to view the bacteria and identify the bacteria under microscope. So we can able to view the bacteria and we can also identify the bacteria type and we can analyze the microorganisms. So like bacteria, also viruses. So here in staining procedure, in our method we are going to stain the bacteria. So now it can be used for identifying the bacteria or viewing the bacteria and also analyzing the microorganisms like viruses and bacteria. So in our, while viewing the bacteria, what are the things we can able to see? This size. So size of the bacteria we can view which kind, whether it is small or big. The size of the bacteria can be viewed and the shape of the bacteria also can be viewed. That is, whether it is bacilli type or coccus type or some other spiral type. So what are the type or shape can be identified with the help of this method. Then we can also view the organization, structural organization of the bacteria. So structural organization means whether the bacteria is in the form of cluster like this, cluster form, or whether it is like chain like form, structure of the bacteria is like whether it is in, this is the chain like structure, this is the cluster structure or scattered manner. So this organization of the structural organization. So we can, by viewing the bacteria, we can able to see the size of the bacteria, we can able to know the shape of the bacteria, and we can also know about the organization. So how the bacteria is aligned, whether in the chain like format or clustered format or scattered format. So all the structural organization can be viewed under the microscope after following the staining procedure. So this is the application or usefulness of the doing the staining procedure. Then analyzing microorganism means, if suppose we are taking the bacteria to identify and viewing the under a microscope. So whether the bacteria is positive or negative. So we have various kind of positive or negative bacteria. It is named as gram positive. Some bacteria are named as gram positive bacteria, gram negative bacteria. It can be also analyzed with the help of the staining procedure based on the colors. So what they end up with the result colors, we can identify whether it is gram positive or gram negative. Also we can go for acid fast bacteria, non-acid fast bacteria. So that is also AFB staining, non-acid fast bacteria also we can identify. So these are the analyzing the microorganism means whether it is positive or negative in terms of gram positive or gram negative, or acid fast bacteria also, non-acid fast bacteria also can be identified with the help of acid fast staining. This is gram staining, this is acid fast staining. We have simple staining also there. The list of staining procedures are varying based on the requirement. If you want, for example, we want just identify the bacteria means we can go for the gram positive or gram negative. Otherwise, I want to just know this size shape alone means we can go for the simple staining. Simple staining only we can able to see the size or shape and organizational structure that can be identified with the help of simple staining itself. Simple staining requires only one stain, only one dye is used, so that it is called simple staining. So if we are going for gram staining and another acid fast staining, it requires more than one stain. That's why it is called not simple staining. It is gram and acid fast staining. So today we are going to discuss about this gram staining. So this is the usefulness of the staining, doing staining procedure. After staining, what are the things we can able to view? So in wide application we can say, so these are the things are used for identifying the disease. So when we are identifying the gram positive or gram negative bacteria, in turn it reads the analysis of whether it is disease causing or disease non-causing, so that we can able to apply this for disease identification, also vaccine preparation. So those are applications are useful for the when doing the staining procedure. So today we are going to talk about one of the staining procedure called gram staining. So gram staining means, so to identify whether the bacteria, given bacteria is gram positive or gram negative. Gram positive or gram negative. The basic principle behind this, so based on what principle we are separating the bacteria as gram positive or gram negative is based on cell wall structure. Cell wall, so for example, gram positive means it has the thick peptidoglycan layer, outer layer. So the outer layer of cell is it has the thick peptidoglycan layer. So based on this characteristics, so some of these bacteria are having this characteristic, some of the bacteria not having this kind of characteristics. Based on that characteristics particularly, we are going to separate whether gram positive or gram negative. So some of the gram-positive. So thick peptidoglycan layer cells, if it is having that layer means it is called gram-positive. Those who are not having the thick peptidoglycan layer, only thin layer of like this, very thin layer of polysaccharides. It is made up of polyliposaccharides. Saccharides means it is very thin layer only. So we don't have that much thick layer in the some of the cells. So based on the cell characteristics, we are differentiating gram-positive and gram-negative. Okay, this is the characteristics of the cells. Based on that, how we are attaining the or identifying the gram staining, whether it is positive or negative, with the help of staining procedure. That we are going to discuss now. So now, for example, if you are applying some of the stain on the thick peptidoglycan layer bacteria means, for example, we are using crystal violet as a stain. If we are using crystal violet in the peptidoglycan, the thick peptidoglycan layer cell means it absorbs all the crystal violet. Crystal violet, as I told earlier, crystal violet is one of the dye which is used to color the outer layer of the bacteria. If it is gram-positive, it absorbs all the crystal violet. Then if even we are adding up any other decolorizer or any other stain, it won't add up. Because the pores of the cell layers will be closed after applying the crystal violet. So we cannot remove the crystal violet once again. So once you apply crystal violet, it will retain with the violet color. But in turns, it is gram-negative means if first you are adding crystal violet, and then after 2 minutes, if we are adding decolorizer, it will remove the colors because decolorizer, it remove the colors. While after 2 minutes, if you are adding decolorizer, it removes the colors because it does not have peptidoglycan layer. So the pores will not be closed. So the open pores will decolorize the crystal violet. So again we need to see the gram-negative, but we need to view the bacteria without color. We cannot do. For that we are using counter stain. So that counter stain is known as methylene blue. So the methylene blue color will be colored with the outer layer. The outer layer is colored with the methylene blue, so that we can easily identify the gram-negative. Finally, what we are getting here, if the color is methylene blue means after the procedure it is gram-negative. So after the procedure, if we are getting the pink color or violet color means it shows like it is gram-positive. So this is the principle behind that. So what is the procedure we should follow is, we will see now how the procedure we are going to do for this gram staining. So step-by-step procedures to be followed for the gram staining. So how we are going to do the process we will see now. So first we should take the bacteria on the slide. So we have a micro slide. So that slide to be smeared. The first process is smearing. Smearing means taking sample on the slide. So we are smearing applying the bacteria sample. So now we are going to check whether the bacteria is gram-positive or negative. So that we are taking smearing bacteria sample on the micro slides. So we have to take the slides and we have to sterile the slides. After that only we have to use to smear. So after sterilization of these slides, we have to take one loopful of bacteria from the sample. So it has to be applied on the slide. So this is the microslide. One loop full of bacteria can be smeared on the area of the slide. So this is the first procedure. The first step is smearing. So we have to take a slide, sterile slide. Then we have to smear the bacteria on the slide. So that's why we can spread out the bacteria in all the microslides like this. So the second step is heat fixing. Heat fixing. So heat fixing is in order to fix the bacteria sample on this slide. We are doing it heat fixing. So which we can use either lamp or spirit lamp. So we can flame, by using the flame we can fix the bacteria smear on the slide. So this is called heat fixing. So after fixation, this is the second, first step is smearing, second step is heat fixing. Heat fixing is used to fix the bacteria on the slide. So while washing, it should not go out, so that we are fixing the bacteria by using heat fixing. So this is the second step. So we can move on to the third step. So third step is adding a primary stain. For Gram staining procedure, we are using crystal violet as a primary stain. So mostly one or two or more stains are used for differential staining procedure like Gram staining. Gram staining is one of the differential staining. So simple staining means, as I told earlier, only one stain we are using for simple staining. For Gram staining and some other staining, we are using more than one. Two or more means it is called differential staining. So this is Gram staining. So we are using primary stain and secondary stain. So primary stain. The third step is primary staining. So primary staining means, so we are adding a crystal violet. So we are adding crystal violet on the slide, so that if it is, we know the principle, if it is positive means it is adding up with the crystal violet. Then moderate which is used to fix the stain. Grams iodine is a moderate which is used to fixing of the stain. Crystal violet to be fixed with the moderate called grams iodine. So after crystal violet, adding a crystal violet, we need to pour some grams iodine on the slide. So first we are smearing, we are adding a crystal violet, then we are adding a grams iodine. So now it is fixed with the grams violet. Crystal violet is fixed with the grams iodine. Then the fourth step is decolorizing. So decolorizing means either we can use ethanol as a decolorizer or we can use acetone as a decolorizer. So while adding on the decolorizer, if it is positive, it won't remove. If it is negative, it is removed. That is crystal violet is removed. If it is negative means. So after decolorizer, the final step is secondary staining procedure. Secondary staining is, here we are adding methylene blue as a secondary stain. So we are adding a methylene blue in order to view. If it is gram negative means we should view anyhow. So after ethanol, if it is negative, the crystal violet will be washed out. So that we are adding methylene blue to view the bacteria if it is negative. But even though if it is positive means it won't accept the ethanol, it won't accept the methylene blue, it retains with the crystal violet. So we can see two colors, blue color and purple color. So we are viewing blue color means it is positive, gram positive. We are viewing means it is gram negative. Purple means gram negative. Purple color means gram negative. Blue color means gram positive. So it is not deciding that positive means harmful, negative means harmless, not like that. It is differentiating the gram positive kind of bacteria and gram negative kind of bacteria. So in general, gram positive kind of bacteria is little harmful.